Hello my friends and welcome to another week of Cuddlebuggery reading time with Kat Kennedy. I will be reading from These Broken Stars by Amie Kaufman and Meagan. In Space. It's a science fiction space opera, big la-di-da, Titanic in space. So Super Princess of the Intergalactic Skies, daughter of Corporation Lilac, played here by Princess Cadence. She is out on her cruise ship partying and dancing when seasoned space warrior and veteran war hero Spunk Tava, played by Bobblehead Loki, comes along and is like, hey, hot. And she's like, hey, you're hot too. And then they figure out that actually, because of their social standing, they can't be all that into each other. So Lilac's all like, get away from me, peasant. And Tava's all like, what a bitch. I'll go off and be Bobblehead Loki Tava. Anyway, so then the spaceship crashes. Oh, spaceship. So then, anyway, so the spaceship crashes. It's like onto a planet, and Lilac and Tava are all like, oh no, we're on a crashing ship of emotions, and Tava saves her. Spaceship breaks up in space. They're in an escape pod. They get out, and she's still all like, get me back to my father. And he's still like, all right, you prissy little princess, let's go. Blah, 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 blah. The story progresses from there. And somewhere along the way, a giant turtle comes along. Not really. So, reading glasses on. And ready to go. Just try to stay on your feet. Do you think you can manage that much, Your Highness? Much better. Don't patronize me, I snap. Only an idiot would patronize you, Miss Leroux. The warmth is gone again, and he stands up in one smooth motion. I clear my throat to give her some warning before I speak. Miss Leroux. Her head snapes up. Yes, Major. She's keeping her voice polite and even, like she's at a garden party and I'm some annoying aunt who just won't back off. Maybe if I shut up, she'll electrocute herself. Need a hand there? She huffs a soft, derisive breath. Unless you know how to bypass the comms relays, I can't see how you're in a position to help. If I can force the Enviro circuit board to take over for comms, maybe I can use the pod itself as an antennae. It's made of metal. We're silent for a moment. We both know that I couldn't point out the environmental controls circuit board with a gun to my head. She takes my silence as a victory and smiles that infuriatingly superior smile at me. Hate sex. I would have added some hate sex there if I was writing this novel. Jack is pretty damn capable, and her and Tava, they kind of, you know, he's coming from this way in which he's like really strong and he's got all this battle experience and like, you know, obviously a very physical person, and Lilac's coming from this other end where like she knows technical shit. She is like, I don't know what the expression is, but like that, you know, technical shit, she is all over that. I will help you get across this rugged terrain, and she's like, I will hotwire this shit for you and let's all make it happen. And I like that. Like, it's a little bit refreshing. Major Meridson watches me mildly, slipping his pack off his shoulders and settling it at his feet before arching his back in a stretch. I watch him as my anger ebbs, leaving me ashamed. It's a few seconds before I look away. The shirt of his casual uniform stretches in a way I can't ignore, and the last thing I want is for him to notice me staring. I glare at the furrow in the ground caused by our crashing pod instead. Breakfast, Miss Leroux? He asks blandly. I could slap him. God, I could kiss him. He hasn't abandoned me. They just so want to bone each other. It's kind of marvelous. I'm trying. His sudden grin is as startling as the gentle summons to lift my head. Believe me, I know. Come on, let's see if they fit. No wonder he managed to take the remnants of an intelligence outpost on Patron and lead them to safety. There's not a person in the Central Planets who hasn't heard tales of his heroism, but no one actually believes in the stories that come from the border. Suddenly, I see in the man in front of me the qualities of the Major Meridson, war hero. He could probably lead water uphill if he wanted to. Oh. They're so cute. They're so cute. Oh, oh, oh. The adorables keep coming. The adorables keep coming. I'm braced for one of his sarcastic remarks designed to get me moving before my brain kicks in, like I'm one of his soldiers. Instead, there's a light touch against my chin, startlingly gentle, and I open my eyes in surprise. Oh, just tear your clothes off and do it already. Ah! It would inspire anyone, Lilac agrees with a soft sigh. Finally distracted, her face has softened, and for the first time in days, the first time since we met, she's unguarded. I want to bring her smile back. When she smiles, she looks like somebody I could know. We both need this. Yes. Yes, Tava, you do both need this. You both also need to strip down naked and go at it like rabid monkeys. It's raining, I say, hoarse from sleep. I clear my throat and try again. It's fine. Straight from the clouds to you. She frowns, still huddling over and trying to shelter from it. Straight from the clouds? Is that hygienic? I can't help it. It starts out as a snicker, but I'm grinning, and there's a tension inside me that snaps and releases. And a moment later, I'm laughing so hard, I can't stop. She stares across at me, wondering if I've finally cracked. I reach for her hand and wind my fingers through hers, turning them so the rain patters down onto her palm. I trace a circle there with my thumb, smoothing the water into her skin. I want to show her that there's nothing to be afraid of. Except for how much I'm going to shag her. Passionately and strongly. Is what it should say right after that. Tava and Lilac have just gotten out of the rain and they're all wet. And I think we all know what happens from there. Yes, we do. He adds another stick to the flames before standing to retrieve the blanket and start stripping off his own wet clothes. Stripping off the clothes. I am not as honourable as he is. My mind goes blessedly blank as I watch him drop his jacket and his shirt to the ground. His dog tags leap and gleam in the meagre glow from the fire. His skin is taut with cold and covered with goosebumps, reddening as he scrubs at it briskly with a fistful of the blanket. It's times like these where I wonder to myself if Amie and Meg are actually geniuses, evil geniuses, and that they do this to us on purpose. And since I have met them, I can say yes. Yes, they are for certain. Evil geniuses. But what I will do is I will give this book away on the blog. I'm actually going to give the proper finished copy away. I've got the art copy, but it's all scratched up and I feel bad and, you know, I'll keep the art copy. But thank you for tuning in again this week. I love all you people, all you beautiful reading folks. So if you liked what I read, if that got the internal organs going a little bit in various ways, if that got the hormone rushes, then go out and get yourself a copy or borrow it from the library or read it or tweet at Amie and Meg on Twitter and be like, dudes, what are you doing to me? Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully I'll do one soon when Nano eases up and stops riding me like a pain in the ass. So until next time, guys, enjoy your week.